Hello and welcome to another update on SUI. So I've been stressing in the last few video updates that there isn't really anything meaningfully bullish from any of the recent lows. I mean, I'm now on the daily chart. I refer to the swing lows here in November. There hasn't so far been any short-term setup that would tell me that a local low has formed. What we use the daily chart for here is for overall context, and we have a couple of scenarios which allow for an immediately bullish scenario. But as I highlighted, there isn't really anything really directly bullish from any of the lows. So, you know, the potential is that this entire correction extends a little bit more. And I mean, I'm showing you here a wave count and a version of a wave count where the price has not broken yet below the April low, but on some charts we've broken. But even on this chart, I don't see really anything directly bullish, even though we are still holding above that April low. And technically, we could see this as a 1-2 setup to the upside, or a triangle pattern. That's technically possible, but that C wave must also hold the April low. So, I mean, white and orange are potentials, but they need to be confirmed in the short term by short-term price action. I don't see that at this point. Yeah. So what I wanted to focus on in this video actually is, you know, what would happen if we go lower? You know, is there anything at least that we could say is even remotely bullish if we break below the April low? Is there something? And I think it is the blue count that we have had it on the chart for quite some time, but with the current environment, I just need to show you the micro count. And I think we would label it A, B, C. Apologies. And we're now in the B wave pullback. Yeah. And so let me add that. So I haven't so far added the micro count, but I think it's time to do it because I think the likelihood of breaking below the April low is high. That doesn't mean it has to drop like a stone, because if we use Fibonacci extensions for the blue count, then you can see that the market might simply grind towards 141 to 69 cents. So, I mean, 141, $1.07 would be reasonable projections then. But still, you know, there is obviously, this is the only key level that I have in the short term, that April low. If it's broken, it's already now, I think confidence in an immediate reversal is low. And we haven't really had any strong bullish count recently here. On the local level, not since for the last month or so, there wasn't really anything bullish. So and to be honest, I haven't really covered it that much, mainly in member videos, because I know a lot of you are interested in it, but there is just not anything meaningful really. So yeah, and I think this would be a reasonable scenario, that we are basically that we could get another bounce in wave 4 and then another move down in wave 5. I think that would be absolutely possible. The nearest Fibonacci resistance, but again, this will have to be adjusted, but the nearest resistance is between $2.60 and $2.50. And basically, as long as we can't break above $2.60, the pressure appears downward. But that gives you a scenario for the blue scenario. Let's say a short-term bearish count as well. So that you are prepared in case we break below the April low. The shorter time frame, I mean, I haven't really done anything with it since the last member update from a couple of days ago. But you will remember that I said to you, well, this is not a prediction at all. It just shows us how a 5-wave move up would look like, and I would need to see all of these 5 waves to even consider we've bottomed. Yeah. So let us just remind of the resistance here, 215 to 260. Basically, I would need to see this 5-wave move up that breaks above 260. And yeah, I think we can probably remove it. It clearly is only a 3-wave move up, which is why I said I need to see the next larger degree. So yeah, I mean, we could form a low here in this region somewhere, of course. You know, that's possible, but there's just currently nothing there. I would need to see at the very least, a break above this last high at 223. For an indication that at least a local low has formed. But as you can see here, there's, oops, hold on, didn't want to do that. There is this blue scenario in which we could form a wave 4 bounce shortly. Yeah, just want to add it here as well in the blue count, and we will add the resistance area here, of course, as well. it just gives you something to watch on the smaller time frame. But I don't see a reason. I don't see anything clearly bullish right now. There's no setup for it as such, right? There's no setup, but I can say that $1.71, $1.72, that April low, this level needs to be watched very, very closely. And to the upside, we've got resistance here between 215 and 260. So that's the update on SUI. Hope you enjoyed the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.